For coming out for our office opening. I've been traveling around the state. This is our third. We did South Bend, we did Fort Wayne. Now the best of all here in Anderson. And tonight we're going to Indianapolis, and by the end of this week we'll have opened 12 state offices for Hillary. As you know, she was here last week. The president was here. The president's when I speak of the president, I don't mean George Bush, as you probably know. And then President Clinton will be back on Wednesday. It shows our commitment. Indiana is a very important state for us. I think this is the first time since Robert Kennedy that Indiana really can determine who the next president of the United States is. So this is a big deal for us. We have Pennsylvania, which is 3 weeks from tomorrow, and then right after that we've got Indiana, North Carolina. So we're here to put the resources in. As you probably know, I serve as Hillary's national chairman. I've been involved with the Clintons for a long time. I was chairman of the national party, as you probably know, and under President Clinton, I was his chairman, was his finance chairman, chair of the inaugural, chair of the convention. Most expensive friends I've ever had, the Clintons. I love them, though. But this one's probably the most important job of all of them I've had. I've been helping the party now for about 30 years, but I've spent the last 14 months on the road doing about 10 cities a week. I leave 5 kids at home. I do this as a full-time volunteer. I am passionate, because we got 2 great candidates running for president, but by far the best is Hillary Clinton. That's right. And, with all the issues going on, we got 2 wars going on, a battered economy. We need someone who can come in and do this job immediately. On January 20th, Hillary will step into it, and within a year, folks, we'll have universal health care every single American in this country. Second thing she'll do is she'll take that Leave No Child Behind and throw it right out the window, because the rate was nothing but an unfunded mandate. We've got to fix education in this country. We've got to do better education grants for young people so when they go to college. She's got a plan that, you don't have to pay your student loans back if you're willing to do community service for a while. We've got to change the way things are done. She's also for job creation. Most importantly, if we're going to have trade deals, they've got to be tough trade deals. Right now, China ships us steel, and then they take all of our jobs. We got to stop that. We've got to have trade deals that are fair on both sides of the aisle. First thing she's going to do is, she said, going to go in, she's going to get rid of these gigantic tax breaks right now we have for the oil and gas industry. Right now, ExxonMobil last year had the largest yearly profit of any corporation in the history of the universe. Think of that. And yet, everyone in this room, your tax dollars are going to subsidize them. She has said we're going to get rid of it, take the $50 billion and put it in an Apollo project to create 5 million green jobs in this country so that we can get people working again. Cut out the tax cuts for the top 1%. They're gone. The Bush tax cuts that only help the 1%. Because listen, 99% of Americans, you know as well as I do, you've seen your property tax go up, state tax go up, health care costs go up, everything's gone up. And you got a measly, what'd you get, $128 check from George Bush about 4 years ago. And I think another one's coming for like $50, and you're supposed to go out in the streets and jump for joy. But I do have a good reason to jump for joy. In 218 days, a moving van is going to be moving in to 1,600 and George Bush is going to be loading up his furniture and heading back to Texas. Getting back. I was in Texas on Saturday, and I had to speak all over the state. I went to one big county caucus, 13,000 people, and I said, folks, moving bands coming up, and they cheered, they went crazy. I said, that's the good news. I said, the bad news, he's coming home to Texas. You know what you got to do for your country. But it's an exciting time. And let me say politically, this race is very close. I know we've had a couple commentators, and some people say Hillary ought to get out of the race. Let me be clear. Hillary's she's going one place. She's going to Denver as the nominee of the Democratic Party of the United States. We have had 26 million votes cast so far in the primaries and caucuses. Right now it's about tied. The difference is less than 0.5%. We still have 10 major contests to go. We have got Pennsylvania, where 1.4 million new Democratic registrants just signed up to become Democrats in Pennsylvania. We're not going to disenfranchise those voters in Pennsylvania. We've got North Carolina, and most importantly, we got Indiana. That's right. Now, should we have an election here in Indiana, you think? Michigan, we got Kentucky, we got Montana, we got South Dakota, we have Oregon, we got Guam. This thing is tight, very tight. Barack Obama cannot win the election without superdelegates. We can't win without superdelegates. But before you get to the superdelegates, we got to finish up the election. And we've got 10 contests to go. By the time we finish this, and then when you count Florida and Michigan, which are two states that deserve to have their votes counted, Hillary will be ahead in the popular vote. And then we're going to have to go deal with the superdelegates after that. But let me just say on Florida and Michigan, 1.8 million people voted in Florida. 600,000 voted in Michigan. You can't say that we can't count those votes. Florida, in 2000, they didn't get to count their votes, and George Bush stole the presidency, the one we actually won. So we got a lot of work to go, but I want to thank you for coming out. We need all of your help. We need you to sign up these sheets. Help us with the volunteers. This thing is in about 4 weeks, 5 weeks, I guess. We need your help. We need you all to go on HillaryClinton.com. I don't care if you give her $1. I don't care what it is, but get on and sign up. She needs your help. And you fight for her, she will fight for you every day as President of the United States of America. She is tough, she is strong, she is experienced, and that's why they're going to elect her president. And the other important point is, a father of 5 kids, 3 young daughters, it is time for a woman president of the United States.